What's going on everybody, this is Kart and I'm back with a new video. I've just started my journey here, so for the newcomers, Primal FX is the place where we'll learn about visual effects, CG and much more. So today we will discover how to make a holographic effects with Maya and Arnold. What is better than using a Steam Deck as an object for these effects? Yeah, the Steam Deck I would love to put my hands on. So get relaxed, grab a coffee or a cup of tea and let's roll the intro.
So here we are guys inside Maya. First off, for creating a captivating holographic effects, we need of course an interesting 3D model. So I've bought this Valve's Stream Deck 3D model from TurboSquid. A really nice looking asset, but the topology isn't that great. But for this kind of imagery isn't that important. Therefore, I've made the scene clean and tidy as I like it. Okay, now I just take my standard studio setup file for the look development and lighting of the scene. Let's import the 3D model and clean the namespace. Okay, let's rescale it a lot because it's way bigger than it needs. Okay, sweet. Let's put it in position. Now let's focus on the angle search. I've changed the focal length to a shorter one. Now adjusting the framing of the shot to make it visually interesting. Okay, nice. Adjusting few things now, the backdrop, color chart and lights. Let's now create our holographic shader. First off, we need an AI facing ratio to simulate a Fresnel effect. An AI multiply to multiply it with a color value. On input 1, let's put a teal tone. Now just plug the AI facing ratio into input 2. Okay, then plug the AI multiply to our opacity input. Boom, done. Really nice, easy holographic effect. We can now tweak the bias and gain value on the AI facing ratio node. We can also add an emission value to make it more bright. Okay, now let's see a more advanced technique to do this effect with a more modern take on it. Okay, to do so, plug the AI multiply to our emission input rather than our opacity input on the shader. Turn on the opacity by putting it back to white. And then activate the transmission. Not quite right. Let's tweak a bit the value here. Basically, I've toggled off the specular and put a light teal value in the base color. Voila, much more to my liking. Let's also add a teal tint to the top light. Really nice. What do you think? Now, before rendering it out, let's check the AOV really quickly. Let's adjust the render settings.
Hey you, I know you're watching my video and I know you are not subscribed yet. It's literally so easy, just go down there and boom, press subscribe. So like this video, comment and hit the subscribe button.
Let's switch over After Effects for the compositing part. Let's create a clean structure for our project. Now it's time to set up the project correctly to work in a linear workflow. Let's import our 8K render and extract all the passes with the help of ProEXR module. Let's now reconstruct the beauty. I'm just keeping the diffuse, emission, specular direct, specular indirect and transmission. Let's put everything in add apart the diffuse. Let's create some mask using Crypto Materials AOV. Okay, now we can cut off the background putting the mask layer to silhouette Luma mode. Nice. Now let's make a few color adjustments. Curves, levels, and hue and saturation are your friends. Use them a lot to refine the image. Now let's create the base for the background. So I'm using a background and add a gradient ramp. Let's darken it a bit and create a vignette. Let's create another masked layer to make the center of the frame a bit brighter. Okay, nice. Now let's bring our V-depth to add a lens blur effect. After preparing our pre-composition, let's add the depth effect. Select our depth layer pass, and then we can select our focus distance and add our blur radius value. Okay, nice, it's looking great. Now let's add some polishing effects. First, using Lux from Red Giant, let's add a chromatic aberration, a diffusion and a soft edge effects. Now I'm adding a lot. Then I'm adjusting the color balance with a curve. Okay, now it's time to make the background a bit more interesting. I'm importing a stock image with a great flow of lines. I'm adjusting the scale and the rotation to have a good global composition. Now let's adjust the color of the strokes. We want to colorize it with a teal color. I'm getting there, but not quite right yet. Tweaking and tweaking to have the desired effect that I have in mind. Okay, much better. Really nice. What do you think, guys? This is a really cool way of doing awesome holographic visuals.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, you know what to do. Subscribe to my channel for more awesomeness. And I see you guys in the next video.